I didn't really listen to the Chelsea Handler quote. I saw it like a headline everywhere. I don't know what she really said about it, except for something about not knowing she was on it or something. I don't know. Or that
Which,
people needed it for diabetes or
if
whatever.
you don't know you're on it, I mean, she said, then I don't know what you think you're stabbing yourself with. I think she said thought she was stabbing herself with like energy shots or something. I mean, that's even more ridiculous than Kyle. What do we think about Brandi Glanville saying that on Girls Trip, yeah, she's not going to be feeling Camille. I mean, they're off, they're filming, they're wrapping up filming. I guess I didn't realize that her and Camille had that much of a
Bra-
spat.
Well, I mean, Brandi says basically she's furious with Camille because Camille told Denise Richards through the press to sue Brandi for the, because Brandi kind of fueled, which I think we all think at this point allegedly is true, that Brandi and Denise had a threesome or hooked up. But you know what? I don't blame Brandi. I'm kind of team Brandi on this. Brandi said, look, we've been cool, I thought. And then this whole Denise thing came, and Camille is just a fair weather fan. This is what Brandi is saying. Well, she just kisses up to whoever is on RHOBH, and she'll say whatever to get in the press. And basically, she told the press if she were Denise, she'd be suing Brandi. And Brandi's like, why the fuck would you say that? So supposedly Brandi says, I'm going to have real beef. I want to throw down with Camille when I see her because she's such a flip-flopper.
She did. And she also said that she kind of resolved things with Taylor, and she had just as many problems with her. I mean, although they haven't really talked since. So, I mean, perhaps, she'll be okay with Camille at the end of this. I mean, as a total aside, she also said she was a little afraid of Carolyn Manzo.
Well, I mean, I understood that. I kind of chuckled at that.
I understand
I'd be
that,
afraid of Carolyn
yeah.
Manzo too.
Yeah.
Who I actually have met at the Javits Center in New York at a home and like furniture show, could not have been lovelier. But again, that was like a really brief interaction. But I would be afraid of Carolyn too.
Yeah, I mean, I've met her, lovely. I would be afraid of her.
Yeah,
And
I mean,
Brandi said
Carolyn's
that.
no joke.
Right. And Brandi said she's just like, hey, bitch, what the fuck's up? Like, that's just her way of speaking to people. And she's like, I might do that with Carolyn. And Carolyn might not understand that that's my like, hey, girl.
My
And she might be
language.
like, right, my language. And like, what the hell are you saying? And listen, I just think, guys, I mean, is anybody out there, please DM, is anybody out there excited for the already filmed coming out RHUGT, Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip 3? I think we should just skip over and get to 4. I'm going to be honest.
Yeah, I've completely forgotten about 3. I don't. Yeah, I know.
Heather Gay, no, thank you. Whitney Rose, no. I mean, I just think in this setting, Giselle, I don't know. Portia, not my cup of tea. Leah McSweeney, I won't even comment. I am trying to keep it positive here today. Candace, yeah, I like a Candy Gal
We love
throws
Candy
down.
Gal.
She throws down. Who else is on this RH, on the third one? I mean, who else?
I honestly don't watch that. I watched the second one because of you, but you and I talk about this. My DVR is so full. They're like last on my list. I mean, unless it became so good. I mean, I got to get on Miami train long before I'm getting on Girls Trip. So, I mean, God bless you if you
Yes,
all
you
watch.
do.
But I mean, 4, I'm not even really that into 4. I mean, I love Brandi. I love Camille coming. Alex McCord, of course, I will be curious. But still, I mean, Ava's coming back. Phaedra's coming back. We've seen them already. Brandi's coming back.
Vicky, Victoria
Vicky.
Gumbelson.
To me, I think they're just going to kind of recycle these same people over and over so they can pay them less, but still have them as a housewife.
But I mean, compared to this 15 to 60,000 that I've mentioned, the girls' trip it's at like the 250. It's a lot of money for like a week to 10. It's like 10 days for like 300 grand. And if people like, they might have given Carolyn Manzo a little more, but wow. That's a lot of money.
Huge.
So that I'm excited about. What else could we talk about? Do you want to talk about, I mean, this one shocked me. What is the future of Girls Trip and Miami? Peacock lost 2.5 billion, was it, dollars last year?
Billion, darling, billion with a B. Almost 3 billion, actually. Very fascinating article. I read it on Apple. I mean, doesn't sound good.
Did
Doesn't
Netflix
sound
and
terrible.
Hulu lose money in the
Yes.
beginning? They
Everybody
did.
did. Yeah. Well, no, I don't think so. When they first started, I think they were going gangbusters because Netflix and Hulu were pioneers. The issue that they're running into is Peacock only has 20 million subscribers. Sounds like a lot, but most of them pay between $4.99, $12.99. You're competing with Disney that has 250 million. Disney now owns Hulu subscribers. You have Netflix also at like 198 million or something subscribers. So they're the concern is they're so far behind. Can they catch up? You also have the HBO Warner Brothers merger. They're going to start, they've got Discovery Plus. So, the article was like hemming and hawing, right? On the one hand, they feel like their biggest losses, this was their biggest loss that they're ever going to take. And losses are going to start being smaller and smaller. And then eventually they're going to make profit. But at the same time, they're like, how many years is that going to take? And can Peacock really hold out? Like, can they bring the content that's going to, they got to make up a huge deficit. They got to get 60 million, 70 million subscribers. They got to at least get to 100 million. How are they going to do that?
Did they mention Girls Trip or Miami or the Housewives?
They mentioned a lot of scripted shows from what I recall from the article. Let me look.
Because the thing is, like in our world, like you think of Netflix. I mean, again, I'm preaching to the choir. Nobody listens, but some of the best reality shows that have ever existed. Bling Empire is brilliant. Selling Sunset is brilliant. Selling the OC. Now you have Alex Hall and Tyler Sunderland. Tyler was on the podcast, guys. Listen to the episode. They're now like off, and he's left Brittany Snow. I thought Selling at Tampa was good. I didn't think it was great. I thought it was good. I don't know what it's canceled. My Unorthodox Life is great. Like Netflix has a great roster of they have Dubai Bling now of reality shows. I just think Peacock, it's okay. You could go both. Netflix has gone both, right? They have Stranger Things and they've had so many things. I just think I have said this before. I think any Bravo webpage or podcast, I think anything with Bravo in the title or too focused on Bravo, to me, long term is not the right business model. That is my opinion. I think it's too if Peacock is going to be just based on Girls Trip and Housewives in Miami, I don't know. What's going to happen when that plays itself out? That's great. I would start with where's your 90 Day? Where's your Bachelor? Where's your Jersey Shore? Where's your start ripping off? That is what they did for Selling Sunset and OC. That's based on Housewives. It's let's take this show and now franchise it in every city. They have Bling Empire New York now, which I have to watch with Miss Dorothy Wang. So it's just I don't know. I like Girls Trip and I love Miami. I just think as a network, if you're going to do reality, you got to start branching out, guys.
The only thing they don't mention, I just looked at the article. I don't see any mention of the Girls Trip or Miami. They do seem to say perhaps Peacock has something up there, maybe